Hi crypto kings and queens, welcome to my channel. My name is Natalie. In today's episode, I will show you the perfect trade that I did have, but fear took me out of the position. We saw the market dropping, my take profit would have been taken, but the emotional part of me destroyed everything. But I will also show you exactly what I see on Bitcoin. I still believe that we can come back down to potentially 37,620, even coming back down to this previous higher time frame support trend line for them bounce to the upside, and the next higher high can be around 51,930. I will also show you a little bit from the previous live stream. We did have Luna taking our take profit also on UMA. I'll also show you exactly what I see on Ethereum. Don't forget that I am no financial advisor. You need to look up everything yourself first, but please continue looking at this video and I'll show you exactly why I let fear take over, and I'll show you what I see on Bitcoin and on Ethereum, and I will also show you the take profits that we did have on UMA and on Luna. So I just want to show you right away, I was in such a great position yesterday on Bitcoin. I did have it around 40,200. I don't exactly remember, but it was around here. I think I went into, so I went into the trade on this candlestick. I took myself out because I did have a live stream, and this is something that we all can learn from, and especially me. And a lot of people told me, like, not a lot of people, but someone told me like, hey, it looks like the market is going up, and I was like, hell no, the market is going down. But then when I saw this green candlestick, we did close inside of this support trend line, I was, it looked like the market had the momentum to the upside, and it was obviously Sunday, so a lot of things can happen because we do have a lot of fake outs. So, with fear that I actually allowed it myself to feel in this situation, I took myself out in a little bit of drawdown. But then when I woke up, I saw the market bounce, just had a huge bounce to the downside. This is obviously something that is really good for me if I use it in the right way, and that is actually to never ever listen to someone else's opinion when I do have my strategy, and don't let that fear come inside to you. And that is something that we always have to correct ourselves with when it comes to trading, is to always work on trusting yourself, because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what anyone else is saying. If you know what you're looking at, and I'm telling this to myself too, if I know what I'm looking at, it doesn't matter even if the stop loss get hit, as long as you know, as long as you have a system, follow that system, because the system will not always work, but most of the time it will. In this case, my system did work, but I let fear come inside of me. This is only part of the game, and we are here to understand the game. You have to understand yourself as much as I need to understand myself, because the market is only a reflection of what happens within you. But don't forget that you can also receive a bonus on Bybit up to $4,100 by using the link in the description down below the video. Remember that you are always supporting Bitcoinsensus and me by doing that, so I am always available for you. So claim the best bonus on Bybit, and you also have it in the corner somewhere here. We're looking at Ethereum on the daily chart. By following market structure, we broke the downtrend. The market did create a higher high, and now where I potentially can see a higher low being created is around 2,700. We can also come back down to the demand zone that we do have around 2,500. From these levels, we do expect the market to create a higher low. So by just following the rules, these levels are very important for us to look at. But if we see obviously the market breaking the level, you see a retest from below, the market will obviously continue back down, or high probability. Looking at these two levels, 2,700 and 2,500, to see if the market is slowly breaking to the upside again. And the targets, if this is the case, is long-term targets. It is 3,900, it is 4,600, and 5,300 on Ethereum. So we're diving in deeper to why I took this trade first of all. So what I did before, and I did talk about this one a couple of days ago, I took my Fibonacci from last high to the last low on the 4-hourly chart. We saw the market coming into the Fibonacci levels, and I did expect the market to drop. If you went to the lower time frames, and this is where I took my trade from, what I did was that I saw the market breaking the support trend line, and I saw the market on this candlestick, and I went into the trade with market execution. And I did expect the market to pull back up and retest the support trend line one more time and then saw the drop. Well, then obviously my fear feelings came in and I took myself out of the position, which, you know, it is totally fine, but it sucks. So if we're going to the lower time frames, I remember that this happened yesterday when I was in the live stream. You saw the market pulling back up. So during the live stream, was exactly what happened. You saw the pullback, and I remember that I also took a fib from the last high to the last low, and you saw the market coming into these levels and respected it. You can also see the market, you know, retested the support trend line. We came back down and retested the Fibonacci level perfectly on the 50 and 61%, and then you saw the bounce to the downside. I mean, it's a beautiful move that we did have, and a couple of hours ago we did take profit one that we did have on the higher time frames on the 4 hourly Fibonacci. As you can see, target one got hit, and if we're just going to the higher time frames now, you know exactly what I'm looking for. If you did look at my previous videos, was that I do potentially see the market now breaking to the downside even more. We could come back down to 37,740 and potentially 36,800, and I do expect the market to bounce back up from this level and create a higher low, because on the higher time frames, this is exactly where, as I told you on my Ethereum video that I did have before Bitcoin, is that we do have the supply and demand zones, or sorry, a demand zone here that we do have around 37,600 and 38,400. Third target is around 36,850, and that is also where the support trend line that we do have. So we just might also slip into that one, and then, but I definitely can see the market is soon breaking to the upside, even if people are telling me no. Obviously this is when I'm starting to learn how to trust my own analysis. To be serious, guys, if we see the market break and everything and see the continuation, I can't do more than just continuing to sell the market. But if we come to these levels and see the market actually breaking to the upside, this is a perfect way of buying the market, because on the higher time frames we are creating a potential higher low if we are not breaking both the demand zone and the support trend line that we do have. If this is the case, that is definitely us continuing down, but trying to follow market structure. Guys, remember, we did break the previous lower high, and now we're creating a higher low. We're just dragging another fib from last high to the low, and you can already see that so everything depends on how you're putting your Fibonacci. Sometimes I use it to the body and sometimes I use it to the wick. So in this case, I want to use it to the wicks, because that is also, and this is a little bit different to what I showed you in a couple of, I was at yesterday's video. I did have the Fibonacci against the wick. I had it to the bodies, but now I want to have it against the wick. So from the wick, from 32,870 to the high to 48,180, and that gives us the Fibonacci levels right now at 40,525 and the 61.8% at 38,720, and that is slightly above the demand zone that we have from these candlesticks. From these candlesticks, you saw the market having the bounce to the upside. So this can definitely happen again, is that we are coming back down to these levels, and then you see the market spiking to the upside. If this is the case, that we see the market is slowly breaking, we need to break this previous high at 46,890. So the next target is 51,750 for us to reach if we see Bitcoin coming back down to these levels, and then you see the push to the next high. If we're looking at Solana, this was also something that we went through on yesterday's live stream. Can you see how perfectly the market came up and retested our entry at 80.97, around that level? And this was after I did have my live stream. So I told everyone that I did believe the market would come back down and come back down to the higher time frames Fibonacci levels, and the market did do that precisely. And then you saw the market having a huge movement now to the upside. But this was beautiful, guys. So that we definitely had a super great retest of the support trend line that we did break, and yeah, we came to the target exactly as predicted. Same thing happened on UMA. I took a Fibonacci from 6.378 to the low somewhere here, gave us the Fibonacci levels. You saw the market reacted to it. You almost came back down up and retested the 50% again, and market just slammed to the downside. Also a super beautiful trade that we did have. Thank you so much, guys, for looking at this video together with me. Please comment below if you did enjoy it, and what is your biggest problem when it comes to trading. For me, sometimes it obviously can be because I'm sitting in front of the computer in front of so many people all the time and showing them my trades, and that is definitely something that I'm working with every day to not let that affect me. But everything is a challenge, and everything is happening for us all the time because we can always develop in those areas. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification so you know when I'm live later today. As always, I do wish you will have a super great week. Trade with risk management and never doubt yourself. Okay, have a good day from Sweden.